Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Manrique, and I'm one of the Habit Guys. We teach realtors prospecting habits so they finally become top producing agents. And welcome to the Realtor Habits Podcast, where agents don't need more stuff, they need better habits. Before we get into today's episode, I want to ask you a question. Are you ready to conquer your fear of prospecting and unlock your full potential as a real estate agent? If you felt you're capable of achieving more, but are stuck in a cycle of hesitation, procrastination, distraction, this is your moment to break free. Picture yourself confidently making daily calls, connecting with potential clients, and consistently closing deals. We're hosting a free masterclass called Overcome the Fear of Prospecting, designed to help you step into action and leave fear, distraction, overwhelm behind. Whether you're a new agent struggling to get started or an experienced agent looking to break through to the next level, this masterclass is your key to success. Don't let fear hold you back any longer. Sign up now and take the first step toward building the business and life you've always dreamed of. The path to success is closer than you think. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Your breakthrough is waiting. Start your journey with us. All you have to do is visit us at www.habitguys.com/fear. Again, that's habitguys.com/fear. If you know anyone that can gain value from this podcast, please do us a huge favor and share it with them. We're here to help as many realtors as possible, and we appreciate your help to do so. All right, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode is called Prospecting Training: 6 Tips to Master Your Tone when Prospecting. You know, one of the things that we do in our coaching is we listen to our students' calls. And one of the aspects of listening is understanding, you know, if their tone is proper, are they pausing correctly? Are they clear and concise with the words that they're using? And this is critical. This is the main skill every real estate agent should be continuing to master, practice, improve upon, which is their prospecting script, right? Specifically when it comes to a proactive prospecting strategy, which requires outbound calls. So what I want to talk about today is the importance of tone and the power of tone in communication. Okay, so to fully appreciate the importance of tone, let's rewind a bit. Since the dawn of human communication, our ancestors relied heavily on nonverbal cues to convey messages. Long before language was sophisticated, tone, pitch, and body language were our primary communication tools. Whether it was the calming tones of a tribe leader reassuring their people or the stern warnings of danger, tone dictated the response of the listener. Fast forward to a more recent history, and you can see how tone has played a pivotal role in negotiations, diplomacy, and sales. In the world of sales, especially, the right tone has always been key to gaining trust and building relationships. Back in the early days of door-to-door sales and cold calling, salespeople quickly learned that the content of their pitch was secondary to how they delivered it. People tend to remember how you made them feel rather than the specific words you used. In today's real estate market, tone is more important than ever. The rise of digital communication, emails, text, social media has made face-to-face or voice-to-voice interactions even more valuable. When you're on the phone with a potential client, they can't see your body language, so tone becomes your primary tool for expressing empathy, confidence, and authority. When you're calling a prospect, consider this. According to research in behavioral science, only 7% of communication is based on the actual words you say, while 38% is based on tone of voice, and 55% is body language. So when you're on that prospecting strategy where you're proactively making outbound calls, body language is cut out of the equation, meaning tone now accounts for a massive 84% of the effectiveness of your communication. For realtors, this means your tone could be the deciding factor between securing a listing or losing a lead. A warm, inviting tone can make someone feel comfortable and open to discussing their real estate needs, while a rushed or disengaged tone can immediately push a prospect away. So let's talk about the psychology behind tones. Why does tone have such an impact? Well, it's all about gaining trust. Tone plays into how the brain interprets safety and rapport. A positive tone conveys that you're not only trustworthy, but also in control of the situation. Think about it. When you sound confident, but not aggressive, authoritative, but not overbearing, you're signaling to your prospects that they can trust you to handle their real estate transaction. This ties back to a principle we teach in our book, The Habit House. As seen in the book, Habit House, again, it's all about prospecting consistently. If you cultivate the habit of managing your tone during prospecting calls, it becomes part of your natural approach. By creating the right habits, you're not only improving your skill set, but also enhancing how your clients perceive you from the moment they hear your voice. So let's get into some practical tips for mastering your tone when prospecting. So the first one, smile when speaking. You probably have heard this before. Even on the phone, when you smile, it naturally lifts your tone, making you sound more approachable and positive. So this is a unconscious tactic that provides us a benefit, right? So us simply smiling when we're making calls or when we're having conversations automatically changes our tone to allow us to be more approachable and positive, which allows us to build that trust, which is absolutely critical to connecting and finding clients. Second, match their energy. If a prospect is excited, match their enthusiasm. If they're more reserved, take a calmer, slower approach. This builds rapport by mirroring their energy. So fundamentally, what we want to do is we want to mirror them because people trust themselves. So the more familiar we are, right, based on their culture and where they're at, the more they're able to open up to us. And that's why matching or mirroring their energy is so important. Third, control your pace. Speaking too quickly can come across as rushed or desperate. Slow it down and be mindful of your pace. This communicates confidence and control. One of the first things that's going to happen when you follow our scripts, by the way, you could get our scripts for absolutely free. Go to habitguys.com/free. Again, that's www.habitguys.com/free. One of the things that's really important about using our scripts is reading it verbatim. So let's address the realities of using a script. For most, if not 99% of agents, right? If you're starting off or if you've been doing it for a while, most of us throughout our history of our life have not used scripts unless you're an actor or maybe you're a telemarketer and you have experience with scripts, which most of us do not. When you use a script, when in the middle of a call, you will sound robotic. And that's okay. You will sound slow. You will make mistakes, and that's okay. But fundamentally, if we are just reading the script, okay? If we just read the script, then that allows us to control our pace. So the biggest takeaway with helping you control your pace is by literally having the script printed in your hands with your index finger, following along as you read it word by word. That's going to put you in a better situation to, number one, execute the script. Number two, practice in real time the script so you actually improve it. And fundamentally, controlling your pace so people can understand you and allows you to build that confidence over time. All right, the fourth tip to master your tone when prospecting: use pauses effectively. Silence can be golden. Don't feel the need to fill every gap with words. Pauses give your prospect time to absorb information and show that you're thoughtful in your communication. So in our scripts, we are constantly asking for permission because we want to have great conversations, not good conversations. We want to have great conversations. If you're having a great conversation, you are more than likely going to build the trust required to have a relationship to help them with their real estate needs. So to do that, we ask for permission to continue the conversation. Now, when we ask for permission throughout our scripts, there needs to be a pause. And that pause, if you're not used to it, is going to be awkward. And you're naturally going to want to fill it because we have this bias that says if we're not doing something, if we're not saying something, then we're failing. Then we're not connecting. But in fact, it's the inverse. We actually need these pauses. And then we build that confidence. We allow the person to speak. We get into this, the metaphor I like to give is like the tennis match, right? Where the ball goes back and forth over the net. Well, that's how you should be talking. You should be talking, asking questions, and then they should be talking. And you want to serve, and then you want them to hit the ball back to you, right? So that's how conversation should flow. And for that to happen, you have to stop talking. And that's what the pauses are so important. All right. The fifth tip to master your tone when prospecting is to practice empathy. Remember, tone is not just about how you sound. It's about why you sound that way. Put yourself in the prospect's shoes. Are they a first-time homebuyer? A retiree? Tailor your tone to show empathy for their situation. So one of the fundamental things that we have to do when we are, this applies specifically most of the time when we are facing an objection, right? We don't want to address the objection and be combative necessarily. What we want to do is we want to accept that objection, right? And provide and practicing empathy is by saying, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, I completely understand your point of view, right? And then by saying that, you're dropping their guard and you're able to then ask for something else or reframe the question to see if you could still get what you want, okay? And again, this is all explained in our scripts. So again, if you're interested in learning our scripts, go to habitguys.com/free. And the final tip to master your tone when prospecting is warm up before the call. Just like you would warm up your body before a workout, warm up your voice before jumping on calls. Do some vocal exercises or say a few positive affirmations to get in the right mindset and tone. Finally, let's talk about emotional connection. Tone plays a massive role in how you make your prospects feel. Prospects might not remember everything you say, but they will remember the tone and emotions behind your words. This emotional connection builds trust, which is the foundation of any successful real estate transaction. Every call is an opportunity to build rapport and establish yourself as a trusted advisor in the prospect's eyes. When your tone conveys warmth, professionalism, and empathy, you lay the groundwork for a relationship that can lead to closed deals. In conclusion, mastering your tone is about creating the right habits and consistently applying them to every interaction. In today's real estate market, where digital noise and automated systems dominate, your tone can be what sets you apart and makes clients feel that they are in capable hands. So, as you make your calls this week, pay attention to how you sound. What emotions are you conveying? Are you building trust and confidence? Keep refining your tone and watch how your success in prospecting and closing deals skyrocket. Hey everyone, before we wrap up today's episode, we're excited to offer just our loyal listeners now. If you've been enjoying the content and finding value in our podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Here's the deal. If you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, not only will it help us reach more real estate professionals like yourself, but we'll also send you a special thank you. Simply screenshot your 5-star review and email it to us at info@habitguys.com. As a token of our appreciation, we'll send you a signed copy of our book, The Habit House, absolutely free. This book is packed with all the strategies and insights you need to build powerful habits and take your real estate career to the next level. So head over to Apple Podcasts, leave that review, and claim your free signed copy today. Thanks for your support and for being a part of the Habit Guys community. In closing, here is the missing piece to your business. It's accepting that when you know better, you do not necessarily do better. You do better when you change your habits. Let us help.